Welcome to Forever Bliss Tarot with Sky. Hey everybody, I hope it is going well. So as we know, Mercury retrograde is in full effect. It started today and doesn't end until August 29th. So we are going to do some Mercury retrograde readings just to kind of see what things you might need to look out for, what can pop up during Mercury retrograde. Just giving you a heads up. You know, Mercury retrograde can have an effect on communication. And as we know, communication is everything. So, you know, communication, technology, hiccups, car trouble, just things that upset the feng shui. So I want to pull some cards for Aries today to just see how we can be ahead of the curve and just see what comes out, what you may need to be aware of, mindful of, things that can be in the energy, you know, chaotic things, just whatever generally comes out. So I've already pre-shuffled everything, but I do like to do it again while I'm on camera. So we are going to get this thing going and see what is going on in the Aries collective for retrograde. So let's see what can be the main theme. Like, what is in store for Aries for this retrograde spirit? Messages of what's in store for Aries for this current retrograde. Well, I'm not going to take all of those. One more shuffle. Messages of what Aries can look forward to for this retrograde. So we have home, winter, and mental. So Aries, some of you could be possibly getting a new home, a new apartment, just new place to live. You got some new things coming into your life. You know, even refurbishing your home. You also have winter here. So some of you could be starting the process of getting a home or, you know, moving, things like that. So it looks like something could manifest in winter. You also have mental here, which is seek therapy, you know, depression, thoughts. Some of you could be dealing with some very heavy thoughts. You know, something could have happened that it just kind of has you in a low place. So you may be called to, you know, just seek a source to help you cope with it, whether it be grief or, you know, anything like that. I want to pull some additional cards to get some general energy. So let's see. Main theme. So you've also got unexplained body pain and numbness. So some of you could just be feeling some aches, you know, some things like that. You know, it could be relative to just needing to clear your energy, because you also do have tiger's eye here, which is, you know, helps with grounding, protection, self-confidence, inner strength, willpower, clarity. That also goes hand in hand with the mental, in case some of you are experiencing, you know, just some blockages, mental blockages, dealing with grief, things like that. So just keep that in mind, and, you know, maybe time for a cleansing as well. It's also the new moon, which is a time for a manifestation. Can you see that? I see the glare is on the camera. So, you know, those are just some general things. So I want to pull from tarot now, and let's see what obstacles may arise for Aries during this retrograde. Obstacles that may arise for Aries, Spirit. Looking for obstacles Aries needs to be aware of during this retrograde. Boom. All right. So the Hanged Man in reverse, the Six of Pentacles upright, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Eight of Wands, which is upright. So, you know, during this retrograde, you may be in a situation where, you know, you're resisting releasing something, especially with the Hanged Man here. That's not Virgo. I'm sorry. That is, well, it is water energy, but, you know, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, or, you know, you could be a Virgo or have Virgo placements. Not you being a Virgo, you're an Aries, but, you know, there may be a situation where you need to release something, and there's something you need to detach from, but you're stalling, or you could be feeling stuck in a situation and just kind of resisting moving forward. You also do have the Seven of Wands here, which that's all about, standing your ground and being challenged, maybe, feeling like you need to defend your beliefs and just like stand your ground, like I said, and just be resilient. But there is something that you could possibly be ignoring your intuition on as well, with the High Priestess here in reverse, which is water energy, Cancer heavy. So, you got two water energy cards here, but with the High Priestess being in reverse, something is going on that you may be ignoring your intuition about, or, you could be in a situation where you're just feeling really withdrawn. You do have this mental card here as well. So something going on where, you might not be really paying attention to your inner voice. You're, trying to be resilient through it, trying to fight for it. You do have the Six of Pentacles here, which is Earth energy, Taurus. And, it's equal give and take. It's, reciprocity. So there could be a situation where you may feel that you're not getting that. And you're trying to be resilient. You're trying to stand your ground. You're trying to fight for things. But intuitively, you know that there's something that you have to release. So what Mercury retrograde may highlight is a need to release whatever that circumstance is. Like you're resisting this change, and all it's doing is possibly putting you in a place where you're feeling anxiety. You're really deep in your thoughts, like you're just in a very deep mental space. So, be mindful of that during this retrograde, and make sure, you are listening to that inner voice, because there's something you're resisting. There's something you're resisting, and it's being highlighted in this spread. So now I want to move on to see, what should Aries be focusing on during this retrograde? What should be the focus for the Aries collective during this retrograde? Flying. All right. So we've got the Page of Wands, the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups upright. So with what you should be focusing on, let's start with the Page of Wands. That is Aries energy. That's your energy, actually, fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sag. But, you should be focusing on things that bring passion to your life. Like, what makes you feel alive? What makes you feel excited? There could be a new idea, or, something that's given you some inspiration. Maybe, you've been in a place where, you just haven't really had the energy or felt like that. And, you're kind of in a mental place. You're being resilient, something you need to release. So you might be needing to just refocus your energy on something greater than that, something that makes you feel energetic, exciting. You also do have the Hierophant here, which is Earth energy, and that's about, it's learning, it's teaching, it's structure. It could be school. It could be you advancing in some way, or putting focus on educating yourself, or, learning a new trade, learning something new. You have the Ace of Cups here as well, which is water energy, Cancer specifically, but it's focusing on something that's emotionally fulfilling, something that pours into your cup, something that just brings you back to an emotional balance, so you're not really feeling, all the resistance that you've been feeling, and just so deep in your thoughts. Now with the Four of Pentacles here in reverse, that's Earth energy, Capricorn, and it's, you being mindful of your spending, so to speak. So what you should focus on is probably, making sure you're not overspending or emotional spending, especially if you're in a place, emotionally, where you just feel a little mentally down. A lot of times we will, compensate for that, just trying to, buy ourselves things, overspending, just trying to soothe that pain with materialism. But, you're being cautioned to just like focus on budgeting yourself. Make sure you're not overspending. Make sure, you're not clinging to things that need to be removed from your energy, especially with this Hangman being here from your previous pull, with needing to resist something, needing to release something. So what you're being called to focus on is something that just brings you to a more level state of mind, that emotionally fulfills you, learning something new, learning a new trade, just listening to your own inner wisdom, and just make sure you're not using certain coping mechanisms that could, put you in a financial bind to soothe that pain. Now, what I'd also like to get is advice from Spirit. So Spirit, what advice do you have for Aries during this retrograde? Advice for the Aries collective during this retrograde. Spirit, messages of insight and advice for Aries. I saw one flipped over. Messages of insight and advice for Aries. One more card. There we go. So, what you've pulled is, we did have 5 cards. Well, all right, that's fine. So you've pulled the 3 of Pentacles upright, the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles upright, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Cups in reverse. So, especially since this is a Mercury retrograde reading, and that does come with communication conflict, I feel like Spirit is advising you to be mindful that there could be some tension and strife that comes up. You have the 3 of Pentacles here, which is Capricorn energy or Earth energy, but that could be new doors opening for you, collaborations, teamwork. You might be working in a partnership or working with others, but with this 5 of Wands being here, Spirit is advising you to, be mindful of just strife, disagreements, clashing ideas, clashing egos, things like that when you do work with other people, because that's something that happens. So with this 5 of Wands being here, they're advising you to avoid that. Try to avoid, being in circumstances where, you're fighting to be heard and, giving so much energy to just conflict and situations that are just meant to understand, just not meant to misunderstand you, but just seem like, people are being closed-minded around you. And I think, from a collaborative standpoint, Spirit is advising you to just pull your energy back from that. Don't give that type of energy to whatever the circumstance is, because all it does is deplete you. Now, you also have the 8 of Pentacles here, which, that's working hard. It's, developing skills, trying to perfect something you're working on, which goes hand in hand with the Page of Wands, with you, feeling inspired to start something new. So, Spirit is advising you to really pour your energy and focus into perfecting your own craft. You do have the 7 of Pentacles here in reverse, and that's, possible procrastination, maybe lacking a vision, wasting resources or leaving things incomplete, so it's being called to make sure, whatever this collaborative energy is, if there is some conflict within it, pull your energy back from that, make sure you're not wasting too much time, giving too much energy to whatever it is that's creating conflict, because it could be, limited rewards and success because you're just giving attention to something that doesn't need it. So Spirit is just really urging you to be mindful of what you're giving your energy to and focus your energy on positive things. You do have this 9 of Cups here in reverse as well. So that's like, it's a lack of energy, maybe feeling dissatisfied, disappointed with what's going on, just not really feeling fulfilled. And if there is something like that in your energy, which we do see that with the mentalness and needing to release, it's Spirit urging you to not put too much focus on that so it doesn't consume you, and just to work hard on focusing on something positive in your life that brings you reward, because the energy we put into things and what we put our focus into does definitely, manifest in our reality. So that is pretty much what Spirit is calling you to be mindful of. I do want to pull an Akashic Record card to, end the reading and just see what, higher self advice there is for you so you can navigate the energy of this this retrograde. So let's get an Akashic Record for Aries Spirit. What does Aries need to know from a higher self perspective? Well, we got two things. All right, so you have fresh start, and then you also have compassion. Fresh start, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life, and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Compassion, you're being asked to be kinder to yourself. Give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, a horrible friend, be a loving comforter who always has your own back. And, I feel that's a powerful message from your higher self, especially with some of the mental turmoil you may already be experiencing or that may come up. It's just, pull your energy back from that. Make sure you're not focusing on conflict, in regards to other people. Let it either be a collaboration, or if it's something where you just can't really meet in the middle with that person or those people, just make sure you're working on your own passions and, putting that work into it to just kind of keep your energy in a positive cycle, to not really be feeding the conflict. Watch your words, things like that. So that is what I have for you, Aries, for this Mercury retrograde. So I hope that was helpful. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the future videos that pop up. And thank you so much for tuning in, and see you guys later.